This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, so the greatest empire in Azerbaijan history, it included not only Azerbaijan territories, but also a huge areas, including today's Armenia, Georgia, some part of the Turkey, Iran, Iraq, yes. So it was huge empire. The founder of this empire was Shah Ismail Khatai. Yes, do you remember?
What was dynasty?
Safavids dynasty. Let me to write in chat.
No, what is dynasty?
Safavids dynasty.
Yeah, what does dynasty mean?
Dynasty mean the family rules any state.
Okay.
For example, what is the dynasty today ruling the UK? What's the name of the dynasty rules today, UK today? If I'm not mistaken, it's Windsor dynasty. Yeah, the Windsor dynasty.
It's like from like families and.
Yeah, family, of course. The family. For example, the Tudor dynasty. Yes, they ruled England. In between 1485 until 1603. Yes, more than 100 years. So this is the same thing. For example, Azerbaijan was sometimes ruled by Akkoyunlu dynasty, sometimes Karakoyunlu dynasty, sometimes Safavids dynasty. Yeah. So dynasty is the family, and they rule the country, and they inherit their power to their sons or the other family members. Yes. Okay. So Shah Ismail Khatai was Ismail Khatai. Was the founder of this state. Yes, empire. Do you remember him? Yeah. Jalil, do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good. And we also talked about Safavid and Ottoman wars. Yes, although they were coming from the same origin. Yes, both of them were all Turks. Yes, but they fought, and sometimes the result of war was awful for Safavids in part because they lost majority of their territories to Ottomans. Yes, so but anyway, it was the greatest empire in Azerbaijan history. Okay, we have today a very interesting topic. Another great Azerbaijani state, Nadir Shah Empire. Let me write it. Nadir Shah Empire. The Safavid Empire at the beginning of 18th century. Let me share my screen with you. Lessons. Lesson 16. Azerbaijan under Nadir Shah's empire. Yeah. Okay. The Safavid empire, guys, did not last for a long time. At the beginning of 18th century, yeah, let me to write in chart. At the beginning of 18th century, it was no longer a strong state, yes, because of the incompetent rulers, they ruled country, economic crisis, and overall, the state was weak at the beginning of 18th century. Yeah, the Safavid Empire, guys.
What was it because the founder died, the ruler.
The Shah Ismail, the founder of the state, died. After him, no one was able to rule. Yeah, no one was able to rule country. After his death, Shah Ismail's death, yes. Yeah, after his death, there was only one ruler ruled country properly. It was Shah Abbas. Yes, we talked about him shortly. Shah Abbas first, Shah Abbas the Great. Yes, but after his death, Safavid Empire lost its power over Azerbaijan. They lost their territory. Safavid was attacked by the three states, Ottoman state, Russian Empire, and Afghan state. Yes, Safavid territories at the beginning of 18th century lost the majority of their territories to Afghans, Ottomans, and Russian Empire. Yeah, you see, Azerbaijan had been divided between three states. Yeah, in that situation, the one person arose as a leader and saved Azerbaijan territories. And how can I say? He again united Azerbaijan in one single state, and it was this guy was Nadir Shah. Again, guys, Nadir Shah arose as a leader, as a military leader, when Safavid state was weak. Yes, our neighbors took advantage of the weakness of Safavid empire, and they occupied our territories. Which states? Azerbaijan divided between three states: Ottoman, modern Turkey, Russia, and Afghan state. Afghan state, interestingly. Yeah, Afghan state. Look, this is the Azerbaijan territories. These are the Azerbaijani territories. You see, at the beginning of 18th century, Azerbaijan had been divided between three states. Yeah, because why? Because Safavids had lost their power over Azerbaijan. This state was weak because of the incompetent rulers. There wasn't any smart ruler and experienced ruler to rule country properly. Yes. On the other hand, because of the economic crisis in Safavid Empire was very weak at the beginning of 18th century. You see these parts, the coastal areas of the Caspian Sea had been occupied by the Russia, these territories. Yeah, Safavid territories. Let me to change the color. Yeah, this part by the Russia, this part stripped areas, that's this parts Ottoman, and this part by the Afghan tribes. Yes. In that situation, let's say it was a chaos. Yes, Safavid dynasty would collapse. Yes. So in that situation, a leader arose named Nadir Khan. He was Nadir Khan. Yeah, Nadir Khan usually is called by the historians, guys. How can I say? Napoleon of the East. Yeah, or last conqueror of the East. Napoleon of the East. Why do you think, guys, Nadir Khan was referred by the historians Napoleon of the East? Why they usually compare Nadir Khan to Napoleon Bonaparte? Have you ever heard about Napoleon Bonaparte?
No.
No? No, you haven't covered this topic yet. Yes. Let me give you brief information about Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was a great French military commander, and he lived during the French Revolution, and fought against the European countries, defeated them, and created huge French empire. Yes, in the Europe. He even fought with the UK. Yeah, and everyone had a fear of Napoleon Bonaparte because he was a military commander and had created huge empire in Europe, included Italy, and included Germany, included the how can I say the Austria, some part of the Austria. Yeah, so it was huge empire. That's why European usual historians they compare Nadir Shah to Napoleon Bonaparte because both of them were the greatest military commander. Both of them created a huge empire. One of them in France, another one in Azerbaijan. Yes, and captured the lands of the neighboring countries. Yes, that's why. Did you understand why Nadir Shah is called Napoleon of the East? East is the West is the Europe, East is our territories. Yes, Muslim countries. It means that both of them did. How can I say? They captured huge lands and created huge empires. That's why both of them usually are compared to each other. Is it clear, guys, why Nadir Khan is called Napoleon Bonaparte of the East? Yes, Ayhan. If you don't understand, please tell me.
I understand a little bit.
Which part you didn't understand? Napoleon Bonaparte and Nadir Khan, both of them were military commanders. Why historians usually call both of them the greatest military commanders? Because they captured huge lands, because they had a very they were talented military commanders, yes, and captured huge lands and created huge empire. Yeah, both of them, Nadir Khan and Napoleon Bonaparte.
Was it because they took over the East?
No, Nadir Khan, yes, took over the East, but Napoleon West, okay? Napoleon Bonaparte captured huge lands in the West, in Europe, not in the East. But
Okay.
Nadir Khan did it in the East. Yeah, that's why. So Napoleon was the
Who took over the East?
Nadir Khan. Today we are going to talk about Nadir Khan. He was Azerbaijani leader, Azerbaijani ruler, and his empire replaced Safavid empire in Azerbaijan. Okay, he created huge empire in Azerbaijan on the territories of Safavid empire. Okay, guys, I think
Napoleon took over the
Napoleon in the West. He created huge empire in the France, included the majority of the European territories, Western European territories. Okay, both of them there was a talented military commanders. That's why historians usually compare both of them. Yes, and they say that Napoleon and Nadir Shah should be compared because of their military talents. Okay, guys, I think you confused a little bit. Let me to start from the beginning. So we need to understand first who was Nadir Khan. You see, Nadir Khan. Nadir, guys, he was just a military commander in Safavid army at the beginning. Yeah, do you understand what does it mean? Military commander, yes. He controlled one of Safavid's army, yes. So he was just a military commander in Safavid's army, but he was very talented military commander. Yes, he was very smart and quick decision maker, a very smart military commander. So Safavid's empire was very weak at that time, because it had been occupied by 3 states. I have already mentioned it. Yes, which states had occupied Safavid's empire, guys? Ottoman, Russia, and Afghan state. Yes. Am I right, Yari? Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 3 states had occupied Safavid's territories. That's why Safavid Shah, realizing that Nadir Khan was very talented military commander, he appointed him as a military commander of Safavid's army. Yeah, the first military commander of Safavid's army. The task was to liberate Azerbaijan territories from the occupiers. To liberate, yes, from them. So drive all the occupiers out Azerbaijan territories. So this task was completed by Nadir Khan very successfully in a short time. Over the 6 years, can you imagine, guys? Over the 6 years, he defeated Russian army, the Ottoman Turkey, modern Turkey, yes, Ottoman armies, and Afghan tribes, drove all of them out of Azerbaijan territory, cleared Azerbaijan territory from the occupiers, yes.
So in like the course of 6 years, he defeated what the
3
states?
states. Ottoman
3 states.
state.
Ottoman. How do you spell that?
Yeah, of course. Let me write in chat.
Okay.
First one, modern Turkey, Ottoman state. Guys,
Okay.
I'll give you task about the Ottoman Empire, because Ottomans played very important role in Azerbaijan history. You should know Ottoman Empire, okay? I should actually I should talk. I should spend one lesson for explaining Ottoman Empire, although it's
Was
not
the
Azerbaijan.
Ottoman Empire
Yeah,
the empire that won over the Shah
it,
Ismail Empire?
yes. Ottoman Safavids. Do you remember they fought
Yeah,
over
they
Azerbaijan?
won
So the
the
main rival
Ottoman
of the
one.
Safavid Empire, yes, it was the main rival of the Safavid Empire. They was always in conflict with each other. It was located near to Azerbaijan. It mainly was located in modern Turkey. Yeah. So on the nose, guys, Russia attacked and occupied Azerbaijan territories. Nadir also defeated Russian army and cleared Azerbaijan territory from the Russia. So on the east, Afghan state was defeated by the Nadir Khan, and the Safavid Empire, how can I say, restored Safavid Empire. Yes, Nadir Khan restored Safavid Empire, territorial integrity of Safavid Empire. But interestingly, guys, Nadir Khan, in 1736, he decided to cancel Safavid Empire rather than preserving it. Yes, he canceled Safavid Empire, and in order to do that, he wasn't from the Safavid dynasty. Yes, he wasn't from the Shah dynasty. That's why he hadn't right to rule Safavid Empire. That's why he had only one way. He had to cancel the Safavid dynasty, kill Safavid's family members, or rule the Safavids.
Can I ask something, please?
Yeah.
Which state did he decide to cancel?
Nadir Khan. Because why? Because he did impossible things. Nadir Khan.
Who did he decide to cancel?
Nadir Khan. Let me write it. Nadir Khan. Today's
Oh,
topic.
Nadir.
Yeah. Nadir Khan. Who was the Nadir Khan Malach? He was the military commander.
He was a military commander. He was very powerful, and he
restored
defeated European territories.
No, not European territories. He defeated 3 states had occupied the Safavid Empire.
Ottoman states, yeah.
Ottoman, Russia, and Afghans. Yes, he defeated 3 of them at the same time, and he restored Safavid Empire's territorial integrity, territories. Yes, you see, he was very respectful person because he did impossible thing. He defeated 3 states and restored Azerbaijan Safavid Empire. Yes, but what do you think? Do you think that he proclaimed himself a new Shah of the state, or because he saved Safavid dynasty, Safavid Empire? Yes. At the beginning, he thought that he had right to be Shah of the new state. Yeah, he wasn't from Safavid dynasty. He hadn't right to be Shah in Safavid dynasty. Why? Because he wasn't from Safavid dynasty family, from the Safavid family. Again, he had not right to rule Safavid Empire officially. Yeah, but one thing is clear, that in order to do that, in order to be Shah, in order to be king of Azerbaijan, he had to abolish Safavid dynasty. Yeah, he had to kill Safavid's family members, and in order to do that, he called Mughal assembly. Do you know what's assembly?
Yes.
Yeah, a group of people coming together in order to discuss something. Yes. So it was Mughal Gurultay. Mughal was one of the territory in Azerbaijan. Everyone was here. Nadir invited everyone, every aristocracy, nobles in Safavid Empire, and he officially cancelled Safavid Empire and proclaimed himself a new Shah. The new state replaced the Safavid dynasty. A new state was called Nadir Shah Empire. Why it was called Nadir Shah Empire? Because Nadir Shah created this state. Yes. As you see, Safavid Empire lost its existence, yes, by the Nadir Shah. Nadir Shah put an end to existence of Safavid Empire in Azerbaijan. So how many years exist in Azerbaijan Safavid Empire, guys? From 1501 until 1736. How many years it makes? Approximately 236 years, yes. And it was replaced by another Azerbaijan state, Nadir Shah Empire. Nadir Shah, guys, only ruled Azerbaijan 11 years. Can you imagine? 11 years. But his success, his contributions are so great, we cannot ignore his period of reign, yeah? And that played very important role in Azerbaijan history. I'll talk about that why. Let's talk about one by one. So if I ask you guys, so how Nadir Khan proclaimed himself a new Shah of the new state? By Muan Grutai, calling Muan Grutai, yeah? In here, in front of everyone, he said that I am a new Shah of state. No one refused it, yes, everyone, but no one accepted it, yeah? Sometimes keeping silence is acceptance, yes? That's why Nadir said that I'm a new Shah of state. This is the new Azerbaijan state. It's not Safavid Empire. It is a completely new state, yeah? Okay, good. Jalil, did you understand me? It was what?
Yes.
Yes.
So
It is.
I understood that Nadir Shah held an assembly, and then he said that he will be the new king of Nadir Shah Empire, and then everyone they didn't say anything, so like he assumed they agreed.
Yeah, so you are right. It was the official end of Safavid Empire in Azerbaijan, although Safavid dynasty ruled Azerbaijan since the beginning of 16th century, but there wasn't any alternative way for Nadir Shah to be king in Azerbaijan. Yes, he had to abolish Safavid dynasty because he wasn't from Safavid family. That's why he had the right to be Shah. He had to kill Safavid's family members and declare himself a new Shah of state. So I would like to talk about what Nadir Shah did over 11 years. It was a very short period, yes, but he did a lot of things, lots of things during his reign. I think that very effective reforms, yeah. First of all, I would like to talk about Nadir Shah's reforms in Azerbaijan. Nadir Shah's reforms. Guys, first Nadir Shah carried out how can I say, administrative reforms, and he changed the capital seat of the state, and in order to show that it wasn't the Safavid state, it was a completely new state, yeah. Regulated tax collection state, and abolished a number of trivial positions, for example. And trivial position, I mean, what I mean that, so they got salary from the government, yes, but they had an effective function in the government, let's say. So he abolished some unnecessary positions, government offices, yes. As well as Nadir Shah, guys, carried out religious reforms, the most interesting one, I think, yeah. So why? Because Safavid Empire was the religious state, yes. The official religion of the state was Shiaism, Shia branch of the Islam religion, yeah. So, but Nadir Shah, the state created by Nadir Shah, was not a religious state. It was secular state. Do you know what the secular means? Secular. Can you please type on Google what does secular means? Secular state. I have written in the chat. Take it and type in Google what does it mean? Secular state. Manage. Are you looking for that?
Yeah, I found it.
Uh-huh.
It A secular state is an idea portraying to security.
No. Secular means you don't use religious rules, yes, to rule country. Yeah. For
Okay.
example, we usually say that Azerbaijan education in Azerbaijan is secular. Yes, Azerbaijan is a secular state. It means that religion does not play very important role in Azerbaijan ruling of the country. Yeah. For example, Iran is a religious state, not secular state, because you can see religion's impact on every sphere of the life in Iran. Yes, because it is religious state, Islamic Republic of
Are
Iran.
we a secular state right now?
Azerbaijan, you mean?
Yeah.
Ayhan? Azerbaijan is secular state right now. It's not a religious state. Yes, as the Islam religion has impact over society, but not over the governments yet, because decisions of the government is not affected by the religion. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why. So as you see, Safavid Empire was a religious state. Unlike the Safavid Empire, Nadir Shah's empire was not religious state. It was completely secular state. Yeah. So he even attacked some religious monks who used their spiritual power to gain wealth. Do you know what's the Reformation in Europe? Reformation movement in Europe. This is the religious movement and reduce the influence of Catholic religion, yeah, over the society, yeah, and created a new branch of the Christianity, Protestantism in Europe. Do you know? I hope that you know it because it's
Yeah, we
topic of,
studied this in history.
yes, yeah, it's a 6th grade material, a 6 years material actually.
Well,
So
I studied it in year 7.
7. Our program is different than the UK's school program. That's why. Okay, so the Nadir Shah attacked religious men, clergies, yes. He punished those religious men who used their spiritual position to gain wealth, yeah. He criticized religious men and the clergies not interfere the internal affairs of the government. Yeah, do you understand what I mean? He restricted religious clergies interfering into the internal affairs of the state. He said that the duty of religious clergies, duty of the religious man is to serve to the people, spiritually, yeah. They don't need to interfere into the government's affairs, yeah. Do you understand me? What I mean by that?
Yeah.
Good. So another important contribution of Nadir Shah was he wanted to adopt a new form of religion, Islam religion, yes, in the branch of the Islam, to reconcile two branches of the Islam and to make them live peacefully. So, for example, there was a conflict between two branches of the Islam religion, yes, Sunnism and Shiism, yeah. He wanted to create a new form of the religion in middle of them, yes. Do you understand? Includes both of them, the practice of the both branch of the Islam religion. For example, it's the same thing in Christianity, yeah, Protestantism and Catholicism, yeah. In Islam religion, there are two branches of the Islam, Sunnism and Shiism. Nadir Shah Empire was a Shia, but Ottoman Empire was a Sunni, yes. So Nadir Shah thought that the reason why Azerbaijan and Ottoman Turks always fought was because of the religious distinction, yeah. He wanted to reconcile two hostile religions and to make them live peacefully, yeah. Manage, did you understand me? What was the religious reform?
Yeah,
Very important. Let me to explain again if you don't understand, honestly. Yeah.
Wait, I got the bit where Nadir Shah wanted to create a new form of Islam, but I didn't understand the religious form bit.
Yeah, let me explain again. So, what is the main duty of religious man? Let's say clergy. Clergy, yeah?
Yeah.
What is the main task of clergy? They should serve to the people, yes. They should help people to worship, let's say in church or the mosque, yes. In the mosque, in Islam religion, in the mosque, yeah. What is a clergy? Do you know what's a clergy?
Clergy.
Yeah, monks, let's say, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What's the main duty of them?
I don't know.
You don't know? Why? So when you go to the mosque or church, let's say that, yes, so they help you, yeah, to
Yeah.
realize your religious rituals, let's say that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So Nadir Shah thought that the main task of the religious man or the clergy is to serve to the people, yeah, not interfere government's affairs, the political issues. They don't need to interfere government's affairs,
What
political
is
issues.
clergy? What is clergy?
Clergy, religious monks. Do you know what's a monk?
A
Yeah,
what?
Monk.
a monk is like someone who like goes to a religious place and
Yeah.
like like stays there and kind of lives
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, you are right. For example, in Islam religion, the clergies are ahund or mullah, yes. So, but in Christianity, monks, archiepiscopes, and Pope, Rome Pope, for example, yeah, and bishops, let's say that they are religious men, yeah. So, what was the main contribution of Nadir Shah's in the religious reform is that he wanted to adopt a new religion um, to make two branches of the Islam live peacefully as reconcile. Do you know what's a reconcile? How can I say?
Is it is you like bring everyone back together?
Yep. Can you please repeat?
Is it when you bring everyone together?
Yes, you are right. You are completely right. So, Nadir Shah was the first ruler in the history of Islam religion made attempt to reconcile two branches of the Islam because Sunnism and Shiism was very hostile towards each other. Yes, do you understand me? But Nadir wanted to make them friend to each other. Let's say that these two branches of the Islam. Yeah, he introduced a new form of religion which was in the middle of between two religions, in between two religions of the Islam, two branches of the Islam religion. Okay, that's all. So another reform was a military reform by Nadir Shah. So guys, Nadir did not did significant changes in the Safavid army. Yes, the previous Safavid army, and he reorganized Safavid army and started to use modern artillery and broke away from the Middle Eastern tradition of depending largely upon cavalry, yes? So he started to use the modern artillery. For example, in Nadir Shah's army, there was a light artillery, so-called Zamburak. This is the Zamburak, guys. If I ask you what is a Zamburak, it was used in the Nadir Shah's army. So light artillery putting on the camel, yes? Do you see in the picture? What was the Zamburak?
Is it like a cannon?
Yes, a camel, but you put artillery on the camel. Yes.
No, is it like I meant like is it like a cannon?
I don't know what is that. Can you please explain? Can.
Like a cannon that shoots like cannonballs.
Maybe. I don't know that. It was a kind of light artillery. There are two artilleries, yes, type of artillery: heavy artillery and not so light artillery. Yeah, it was small and usually put on the camel and used for against their enemies. Let's say that, yes. So Zamburak. Do you understand Zamburak? So Nadir Shah also started to use muskets and aside modern artillery, used also muskets in the army. So infantry units, yes, not cavalry. So that's. He also wanted to build a naval army in the Caspian Sea, but unfortunately it was unsuccessful. He couldn't do it. Yeah, he couldn't man because he died. Naval army. Yeah? So what makes Nadir Shah very famous in the world is Nadir Shah's invention of India, guys. As I mentioned before, Nadir Shah is well known in the world history, as even European historians usually talks a lot about Nadir Shah because of his military successes. Yes, he invaded even India in 1739. He captured the capital seat of India. I mean that Delhi. Yes, he gained huge wealth from the Indian campaign, and so at the end of 1730s, the Nadir Shah's empire was very huge, guys. Look, it was the first Azerbaijan state. Its borders reached to the India, even included India. Yeah, stretch over the Central Asia and reached to the India. Look, guys, can you imagine Azerbaijan state? Okay, Jared. What? Let me to, yeah, we have still time. Let me to complete topic at less. Yeah. You see, guys. So is it a huge empire? Nadir did all these successes, guys.
Empire.
Yes, in over 11 years. Can you imagine? Even Safavid Empire couldn't expand their territory to such extent, yes, more than 200 years. But Nadir Shah did this, made these successes only during 11 years. Can you imagine? So does it show that he was a very talented military commander? Huh? Of course, yes. That's why he's very famous in the history. That's why they, how can I say, the European historians usually compare Nadir Shah to the Napoleon Bonaparte because of his military successes, yes. So, but unfortunately, guys, yes, Nadir was very talented military commander. Yes, I agree with that. But unfortunately, his domestic policy was not successful because in order to gain new territories, guys, Nadir Shah increased the amount of taxes, which made people unhappy with Nadir Shah. Even people started to think that Safavid Empire was better than Nadir Shah Empire. Yeah, because why? Because he increased the amount of taxes to the extent made the people dissatisfied with Nadir Shah's empire. So revolts in different parts of the empire took place at the same time. And so Nadir Shah, guys, he was the brilliant military commander. Unfortunately, 11 years rule weakened the economy of the country because he spent all the resources, all the monies of the country for the wars. Yes, do you understand me? Yeah. Rather than reducing the amount of taxes, making people's life better, he spent all budget of the government for the wars. Yes, wars were very costly, and the many people died in that wars, and that's why, guys, this empire did not last a long time in Azerbaijan, and only 11 years exists. Yes, so continuous wars and revolts against Nadir Shah government, high amount of taxes, weakened economy of the country, and the Nadir Shah's empire began to decline. So in 1747, Nadir Shah was assassinated by one of his guards, close guards, yes. So it was the end of Nadir Shah empire. It only existed 11 years, guys. Okay, did you understand topic?
Yes.
Good. That's for today. I want to share one video with you. I want to watch one video with you guys, but unfortunately, this video has been prepared by most probably Iranian historians. So this video is talking about Nadir Shah Empire as a Persian empire, Iranian empire. So I want to ask you skip this part. Yes, look at the video. Look at the separate Nadir Shah Empire as Azerbaijan state. Yes, okay. Don't care about that, what they call it. Nadir Shah Empire was Iranian state or something like that. Yes, don't care about that. I just want to give you additional information. So when this video is very useful, but unfortunately, it's talking about Nadir Shah Empire as an Iranian state. Yes, that's why I don't like it. Do you want to watch that? Let me to share link. Very interesting, by the way. Yeah, guys, you need to start to watch this video. To start to watch this video, guys, from this 6 minutes. 6 minutes, yes. Do you understand me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I have
Yeah.
already shared the link of video. Please start to watch video from the 6 minutes until the end of the video. Okay. Skip the beginning of the first 6 minutes. Start to watch from the 6 until the end of the video. Jalil, you can leave if you want, but I'll share materials and you can
Can
watch.
you show the video on, put the video on Classrooms so I can watch it later?
Yeah, of course, I'll do that on Google Classroom. And I'll put quiz. Please complete the quiz as well.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have you finished, guys? Or how much time left?
I have 1 minute left.
Okay.
Exactly 1 minute. I'm done.
Okay, good. Ayhan, what about you?
I'm still in the video.
Okay. Okay, Malik, can you please tell me, please, why Nadir Shah's empire declined? What was the reason Nadir Shah was assassinated?
Oh, he was assassinated because he was accused of he people thought they were going to execute him. So one of his
Yeah,
what
good.
was it captains assassinated him in his tent.
Yes, you are right. Good. The reason was why, because this empire was he was a talented military commander, but the economy of the country was in decline at that time. Yes, because of the
Yeah,
heavy tax. So that's why he was how can you say, man? Paranoia. Yes, because even yes, even had a fear of losing his power. If I'm not mistaken, that. Um, That's why, and so he was very cruel person as well as that's why he was assassinated and lost respect among everyone at the end of his power. Okay, what else did you learn from the video?
I
Interesting
learned
stuff.
that he was people like respected him a lot because he was very powerful and very smart. Because they talked about how he was very good at like fighting territories and
But what about his Indian campaign? What can you tell about that Indian occupation?
the Indian.
Invasion of India, Mughal Empire.
I don't think I got that bit.
Invaded India and
Oh,
made Indian ruler to be vassal. Yes, you know what's a vassal?
yeah. No.
Yes, and depending on someone. Yes. Okay, good. Ayhan, what about you? What did you learn from the video? At least a brief information. Did you take anything from the video?
Can you repeat what you said?
From the video, what did you learn from the video?
I'm still halfway.
Okay. So, Ayhan, we don't have time, unfortunately. So, can you please watch video if you have free time and at home, okay? So let's do quiz together, and I have shared in Google Classroom. Can you please take and start to do quiz? Nadir Shah Empire. Yeah, I shared crossword in the Google Classroom. You can use
Okay.
my presentation as well if you want.
Should we do the crossword?
Yeah, Google Classroom. Go to the Google Classroom, please.
Okay. I found it.
Guys, you should put letters in front of numbers, okay? You understand?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Correct match to the right the letter, the correct match the next to the each problem.
Was Nadir Shah assassinated by his own guards?
Yeah,
Okay.
intent.
On number, so on the last one, would it be economy? So
The last one, well, it was
I
yes.
economy. Okay. What was a Mugan?
Mugan was a place in Azerbaijan. Yes, Nadir Shah held assembly in here.
Oh, so
But look, see, Nadir Khan proclaimed himself Shah and
yeah.
founded a new empire on Mugan assembly. Everyone attended here, and discussion was about who should be new Shah of the state. Nadir said that I am a new Shah and created a new state. No one refused it, and it was acceptance. So he said that I created a new state.
Thank you. Would 5 go in E?
Number 5. Yeah, you're right. Naval army, yes.
Yes.
Naval.
I'm done.
Good, perfect. Ayhan, what about you?
I've done 8, 7, 3, and 5.
Should I go
Okay.
help?
No.
Is there any question you're stuck and you cannot find answer?
can't find A and B.
A and B. One of the innovations in the army was widespread use of the light artillery, so-called what? Zamburak, yeah? Zamburak was a light artillery put on that camel. If you remember?
So it's A. Zamburet.
Yeah, four, yes. What made people dissatisfied with, unhappy with the Nadir Shah and caused even revolts against him? And what was the reason, Malach?
For
What made people unhappy with Nadir Shah?
Oh, the high taxes.
Yeah, of course, high taxes. You are right. So you know,
No, not B. I done that question.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you know who King John was?
King John.
Yes.
Where, in UK or in England history, or
In England history.
what time he ruled country? Can you please tell me exactly?
Do you know what a baron is? The
Baroness? No, I know UK history well, but I don't remember his name.
Okay, it's fine. Never mind.
Can you please write in chat? I like UK history actually.
I was gonna say King John. He used to pay his people very high taxes. He used to make things way more expensive than they were.
Yeah, maybe in 13th century, King John. I remember, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, it was the 13th century.
Yeah. So, and remember his name. Is it about? Is it the period when the Parliament in England was called?
Yeah.
Is it the thriller? Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, guys, good. Let's start answer questions. Okay, the first one of the innovations in army was widespread use of the light artillery, so-called Zamburak. Yes, we already answered this question. So, what about B? What made people dissatisfied with the Nadir Shah?
High taxes.
A, high taxes, and the C, Malach.
C. I put 2. So Mugan.
Mugan Gurultay, yes, Mugan Gurultay. Gurultay, it's the Turkish word, and an alternative word in English language is assembly, yeah, Gurultay or assembly. So he is known as a Napoleon of the East, or the last conqueror of the East. Oh, of course, that today's topic is about Nadir. Yeah, Nadir Shah or Nadir Khan. So question number, no, not number, E. Ayhan, E.
E. 5.
Now, naval army. Yes, you are right. Good. Malach.
Yes.
Next one.
Which one is that? Is C? Oh, F. Wait.
Yeah,
Which
F,
one?
yeah.
F.
F.
F. 3. Secular.
Secular. What does it mean, secular state?
Secular
A state
means
that's not based on religion.
yeah, so a non-religious state.
Yes, you are right. So G, if I'm not mistaken, yeah.
D is 1.
I have them.
Huh? 1 was
Yes.
no, not D. D.
D is
Nadir Shah won a spectacular victory over massive Mughal army in the Battle of the Karnal. Invaded what? Which territory was invaded by Nadir Shah?
Was it India?
Of course, India. Yes, you are right. So he occupied the northern part of India and gained huge wealth from the Indian military campaign. And the Indian ruler accepted Nadir Shah's power as well. So the last one, Nadir Shah was assassinated by his own
Gods.
Kars, yes, you are right. While he was a Ayhan, while he was a brilliant military commander, what was the problem with the Nadir Shah?
I haven't got to that bit.
Yeah. In his 11 years rule was not good for the country's what?
Country's economy.
Yeah, of course, country's economy, because people suffered from the poverty, yes, because of the high taxes, yeah. So that's why people were not happy with Nadir Shah government. Even they thought that Safavid empire, although it was in decline, economic decline, it was better than Nadir Shah empire. And that's all for today, guys. I hope that you
Bye.
learned very well this new topic, because Nadir Shah. So what was interesting about Nadir Shah empire, guys?
That it was a secular state.
It was secular state, yes, you are right. And his invention of India, yes, most probably, because you have never heard about that in Azerbaijan state occupied Indian territories, even included India's, yes. Okay, good. If you have any question, go on. If you don't, let's meet next week. Have a nice
Bye.
week.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.